To manage the business of the United States the way the founders intended, you have to be respectful of the Constitution. And Donald Trump is not, and he does not believe in the Constitution whatsoever. Before I get started, welcome back to Mr. Global. Thank you for all my new followers and subscribers. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact, Donald Trump has said that he doesn't even know if he needs to follow the Constitution. He doesn't believe he has to. He's not the first president to recognize that if he did a lot of things that were unconstitutional, there would be no consequences for him. He's not the first, because there are no consequences for him. And that's what I mean when I say you have to respect the Constitution to be the president of the United States. Just because you are capable of doing things without consequence doesn't mean they should be done. It doesn't mean that it aligns with what the founders intended. It doesn't mean that it is in alignment with the foundation of our country and our government. And we know Donald Trump does not believe in the Constitution. He tried to overturn birthright citizenship, which is enshrined in the Constitution. He's done a lot of things that are completely antithetical, not only to the words and the text in our Constitution, but to the words and the text written in many of our laws. He simply does not care. He thinks his way is right, no matter what. And this is the danger with Donald Trump. Our complete lack of ability to hold a president accountable is the problem. A president of even of the United States without any accountability is essentially a dictator in the making. It's just up. What do they want to do with that power? You're basically granting them all the power of a dictator. And what, crossing your fingers that they don't use it? This is where we are. And the Supreme Court has basically come out and said, yeah, there's really nothing we can do to enforce the executive branch. When they don't follow our rulings, we are not the branch of government that enforces those things. That would be up to Congress, right? This is where the United States is. And it reminds me, of Ronald Reagan when he talked about democracy and freedom, and if you could keep it, and how fragile it was. And I think a lot of people dismissed his words during that time. I don't think they're dismissing them today. A lot of people are not dismissing those words, and a lot of people probably knew that all along. That's why they're doing what they're doing. But what I'm seeing in this country is, and I know people won't agree with me, I feel like it's more of a soft takeover. Bit by bit, softly. It's not about Donald Trump remaining in power forever and him handing that power to someone else. It's really about the Republican Party remaining in power. The Voting Rights Act ruling that the Supreme Court is about to make shines a very bright light on that. They're working diligently to do things to ensure that the party controls everything for as long as possible, which is not unusual, but the things they're doing are way beyond the norms. The Republican Party has become champions of gerrymandering. They don't care how illegal it is. Who's going to stop them from doing it? Who's going to stop them from redrawing the districts and drawing the opposition out of contention? No one. There's no one to stop them. I think the founding fathers, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But I'm not sure they considered that this many people would be this willing to undo all of their work and go against them. I could be completely wrong about that. But it feels like the spirit of our democracy, it feels like the intent. The thing that we've always strived for, the thing that we've always hoped for, the way our country was founded and the way we wanted it to be built and who we are, all of that's being challenged on a very granular level. And they're testing the strength of our Constitution. They're testing the strength of our checks and balances. You don't test those things unless you're trying to go against them. You don't. And the Democrats are still, even though it seems like they're beginning to come out of it, at least up until recently, it feels like they still think it's 1985 and like they're worried about decorum and norms. And I'm just like, what are you doing? This is why you lose. This isn't your grandpa's United States. You're not dealing with John Boehner. You're dealing with people who do not believe in the concept of democracy. You are. They don't believe in the ideals of our constitutional republic. They don't. If they did, they wouldn't break the law knowing there's no consequences, trying to upend that and trying to ensure that certain people don't get to vote, or gerrymandering people out of districts, trying to ensure they're represented by people that don't represent them. That's what all of this is. It's a soft takeover. It's exactly what it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Really appreciate all my new followers and subscribers, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.